The Strike-Free Education Act basically would go before the House. It would have to be passed in 2 consecutive terms, and then it would go to voter referendum for the voters to decide if teacher strikes should be illegal in Pennsylvania. So it is a long process here on out. The intent is basically to provide a proficient and a thorough education for our children, which is in the Pennsylvania state constitution. I don't think children should be caught in the crosshairs of teacher strikes. I don't feel that they should be used as pawns in disputes between the school board and the teachers union. This is really about the children. We're the teacher strike capital of the United States. 60% of teacher strikes in the United States have occurred in Pennsylvania in the last few years. It's a title that we should not have. Keep in mind, 37 other states ban teacher strikes. This is not a revolutionary concept. I value teachers as much as I value police and firefighters as public servants, and they're not allowed to strike, and I don't feel teachers should be as well.
How did the Saucon Valley strikes affect students and parents there?
Well, in the last 3 years, they've had 2 strikes. It has been a complete inconvenience for my constituents. When I went out and knocked on doors this summer, overwhelmingly my constituents told me that this was an inconvenience and it needs to be stopped. That's why I'm co-sponsoring this legislation. Parents had to scramble with work to find supervision for their children, and some had to, go on vacation, to take vacation to watch their kids. It's an inconvenience to the taxpayer. This bill has been introduced several times before, never had a shot at passage. We're introducing it now because there is a movement. We have 21 new freshman Republicans, 8 new Democrats of reform here in Pennsylvania, and we think that the taxpayers should have the choice. I'm not voting to ban teacher strikes. I'm voting to give the taxpayer the choice to do it via voter referendum, because that's ultimately who should decide. We would like to see this come up as soon as possible. I don't see it coming up any earlier than the fall. This is obviously a change in our Constitution in the Commonwealth. I said it would put us in compliance with 37 other states, which would make us the norm rather than the exception, which we are now. But it's, obviously this is going to take a lot of leadership to get this through. This is not pursuing any agenda. This is plain and simple about protecting our children's education and making sure their education is not interrupted by a teacher strike. This is really seriously about the children. I mean, there's safeguards in the bill that would extend a teacher's contract on a monthly basis if they don't reach an agreement, the previous contract that they have, until they reach one.